Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof.
All insurance plans are required to cover preventive care at no cost.
I mean, where's the oppression coming from here? Who's trying to use the law to impose morality on people? It ain't the Catholic Church, it's the secular state.
Churches, houses of worship are exempted from this policy.
And I find it totally offensive that we are subject to accommodations and grandfather clauses. You can't accommodate and you can't grandfather clause the First Amendment.
Today, the issue of religious liberty captures more headlines than ever. Tension is growing.
In Virginia's Ten Commandments controversy, a high school has changed the display of the religious document.
A new development in that controversy over prayer during the graduation service at Medina Valley High School in Castroville.
Will we be able to live according to our faith and conscience?
Can the federal government step into a religious institution and redefine their doctrine for them?
I don't think that a bunch of guys, a bunch of men on this committee should be making the decision as to whether contraception is available.
It gives a feeling to those of us who aren't of a particular religion that we're not as important and we don't really matter.
The freedom of religion, it is the bedrock upon which this nation was founded. If we lose it, we lose America.
This groundbreaking one-hour television program argues that the superior metaphor to describe the relationship of church and state is not a high and impregnable wall, rather, an intersection. The intersection of church and state explores the history of this issue. It discusses forces that seek to silence the voice of the church in American culture and political discourse, excluding the church's essential contribution of guiding truth and morality.
But starting a little over 100 years ago, maybe 150 years ago, the trend of intellectual thought was towards the concept of moral relativism.
Today, truth is relative. There is no one truth. Because Darwin removed the first cause, as it were. He removed God from the equation of creation.
Right. We think the basic contours of the inquiry are not different. We think how the inquiry plays out in particular cases may be...
It's extraordinary. It's extraordinary.
Well,
We're talking here about the free exercise clause and about the establishment clause, and you say they have no special application?
This marginalization is in spite of the Founding Fathers' conviction that moral, religious citizens were essential for the success of democracy.
The American founders looked to religion and a morality informed by religious values to promote the kind of social order and stability that they need. They believe religion's going to provide that internal moral compass that will prompt citizens to behave in a disciplined fashion.
You will see a way to navigate this intersection of church and state, a proven framework to address this vexing issue.
Abuse of governmental and ecclesiastical power is not unique to the American experience. History is full of examples of both religious and secular state abuse of power, even abuse of one's citizens. What is unique is the American remedy.
Our country is at a crossroads. The American founders recognized the vital role of faith in the success of our democracy and the preservation of religious liberty.
It's inevitable. There are going to be times when government and religion intersect. What we need to avoid is a collision.